Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining me today for volunteering with Papayago Rescue House. Thank you so much for your interest in volunteering. Before volunteering, we do need to have a volunteer form. This can be found at papayagorescuehouse.org under Get Involved and Volunteering. So if we're going to start off with volunteering at the rescue, so as you're coming into the rescue, we want to be aware of what are we wearing? We have new birds coming in all the time. While we are working hard to get these guys acclimated to change, we want to make sure that we're not wearing hats, big shiny earrings, or jewelry, which is indicative of something that can be pulled on by long-legged cockatoos, open-toed shoes, shirts or pants you mind holes in, again, because of the cockatoos. Dermal piercings, perfume, and heavily scented lotion. The perfume and heavily scented lotion is because we have birds who come in who have had upper respiratory infections, sensitive lungs, and because they are birds, they are more sensitive to these things anyway. So this actually can cause issues with breathing, and we don't want that. We want all of our birds to be happy and healthy. So as you're coming in, please be aware, let me know if you've been to a Petland or Animal Atlanta or another parrot rescue. The reason being is that we actually have had firsthand accounts of Animal Atlanta pets becoming sick and passing away. Same thing with Petland. Our goal is to keep our flock happy and healthy. So if you've been to a Petland or Animal Atlanta, especially, then please do not come over that day. So upon arrival, we have some new protocols when we're getting ready with COVID. So as you see here, we leave the car already going ahead and putting on our mask. As we come up to the building, there will be hand sanitizer available. So do some quick hand sanitizer and head on in. From there, you will put on shoe covers. The reason we wear shoe covers is because we have several birds who walk around on the floor, and we often get down on the floor with them. So we're going to say hi to the birds that are out and head on the back to the bathroom. This is where we're going to want to wash our hands for 20 seconds. We did just touch our shoes, so it is good to go ahead and do as the CDC recommends and just go ahead, give our hands a nice good wash because we will be handling things that come in contact with other people and with the birds. From there, we put on our handy dandy apron so that we can have lots of treats and high reinforcers ready to go. We do have several aprons that say volunteer on them. And there you go. You're ready to start volunteering for the day. Please be a part of keeping our rescue safe. A practice in good hygiene is going to make all the difference during this time of COVID. So as mentioned before, we do ask that you put on a cloth face mask prior to entering the building, and we're going to use non-contact greeting methods. If you forget your mask upon arrival, please let me know. You can shoot me a text or a message, and I will bring you out a disposable mask. Again, we use hand sanitizer before touching the door. We put on shoe covers and we go wash our hands. If you blow your nose, please use hand sanitizer or wash your hands for 20 seconds. Since the masks are something new to the birds, we're working on introducing them. So while you're wearing your mask, please put their treats into their food bowls. This when they're exhibiting calm behavior. This will reinforce the behavior and will help them get adjusted to wearing masks. Please keep your mask on while you're moving about the rescue or working within 6 feet of another person. When you're getting ready to leave, please remove your shoe covers at the door, toss them in the provided bin, and hand sanitize on your way out. Please stay at home if you are feeling sick. If you or a household member have to go to a place where you might be exposed to COVID, such as a hospital or the doctor's office, please let me know you will not be able to return for 14 days. If you or a household member come down with any symptoms, please let me know and you will not be allowed to be able to come over for 14 days after those symptoms are gone. And then please, for everybody's safety, wear a face cover when you go out in public for grocery shopping. We want you guys to stay safe. So our first thing in the morning is our daily care helper. This is a morning job, typically from about 9 to noon or 11. And we change and top off food. We change waters. We assist with dishes, which I will show you here. And we do a lot of sweeping. Sweeping is very important because we have over 100 birds in the rescue. They make quite a mess. So here we actually start off with soaking our dishes. We want all food particles, anything that's been left behind on the dish to be submerged in water so that it's going to be easy to be coming off. This is our first step. From there, we put it into our soapy water so that it is able to soak even more, and then we scrub it. We want to make sure that we get inside the bowl and outside the bowl. And it is common for people to leave things on the outside of the bowl, but get the inside clean. It is important to get the whole bowl clean. And typically, we do things in batches. So you would get through everything, put it all together in the rinse section. Don't rinse them one at a time. That can waste a lot of water. And we want to make sure that we're rinsing really, really well. We have to get all those soap suds off. That can be dangerous to the birds if it ends up in their food and more if it ends up in their water. So as we see, we get all the inside and outside nice and clean, and then we set it over to dry. We stack our dishes. We do not, so that they have airflow. This makes for quick drying, easy to put away. If we stack them right on top of each other, where they actually click in together, they can dry and actually cause difficulty when we try to pull them apart. It creates a section, and that can be really fun to pull apart. Kitchen parent. This involves soaking and washing of fresh fruits and veggies, chopping of the fresh fruits and veggies, assisting with dishes, and then handing out freshly made chop. This is a very important job. We do have over 100 birds in the rescue, and all of them need fresh fruits and veggies as a part of their diet. We try to do this at least 3 times a week. Because it is just so important to them to get more than just a pelleted diet. Cleaning assistant. This is one of the most important jobs of all. You'll be demonstrated by myself, the executive director, Maria, the CEO, or Megan, who's the assistant director. The safest way to clean a bird cage. This is how we prevent birds from coming out during cleaning in unsafe ways. We do bring birds out, but we want to make sure we don't have birds coming out and going onto other bird cages where we risk a bite. As a cleaning assistant, you might be asked to change papers, wipe down cage bars, check branches for poop. During nicer weather, roll birds outside and give them showers. Sweep again. We do a lot of sweeping and a lot of mopping. 100 birds make quite a mess. And then we try to wipe down the walls because they get food everywhere. Music, reading, and socialization. So we do some socialization at the end of every volunteer session as a way to help the birds get used to different people. If you play a musical instrument, you might want to bring it in. We have several birds who enjoy listening to guitars, flutes, violins. We've even had a meditative drum in before. Reading and giving treats is one of the best ways we can safely socialize with these guys. It is very non-threatening to them and allows them to have you become a more predictive figure because they get used to your body movements. They start to realize, oh, you give treats. You're a nice person. And here in the video, you will see this is Giacomo. Giacomo's going to receive a treat in a safe way so that Maria can safely remove his water dish. As you see, her fingers do not enter Giacomo's space, and she removes the water dish while he is busy. He is rewarded for coming up to the front of the cage and giving calm, happy behavior. If you do want to get to the point of handling or working one-on-one with the birds here, then you must come in consistently, prove you can follow directions. This is very, very important. And also, I highly, highly, highly encourage for you to follow Laura Joseph on the Animal Behavior Center. She's on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I'm sure more. She's the animal behavioralist we base all of our training off of, and she is an amazing communicator with her animals. We learned so much from her. So what do we do when a bird is screaming or lunging at us? They are most likely asking for attention in all the wrong ways. So we want to make sure that we don't look at them, we don't talk to them, we don't give them a treat. We wait for appropriate noise or response. For example, playing with a toy, singing, and saying hi. A lot of birds say hi because everybody comes up to them and goes, oh, hi, so-and-so. So this is a really great way to get for a bird to get your attention instead of screaming. So these are all things that we do not mind on our ears because we don't need everybody screaming for attention. Some safety notes. Please do not put your fingers in the cage. Do not pet the birds. These guys do not know you, and that can lead to some unpleasant interactions if you misinterpret their body language. Even Coco, she goes into her cage for a break from people. Do not bring birds out of the cage unless you have permission and then you're ready to stay and be in charge of that bird. And then I think this happened while cleaning with a volunteer. Please do not leave towels inside cages. If a towel gets pulled in the cage while you're cleaning, please come get Maria, Megan, or myself. If you see a bird without a person, please come get Megan, myself, or Maria. We do have some birds that can be out in certain areas unsupervised, but most of the time you'll know when a bird is supposed to be out. Give treats in a way that keeps your finger clear, or even better, just drop the treat into the food bowl. This is still a really great way to let the bird know, hey, it's okay, you're doing a good job. You're giving me calm behavior, and I'll give you treats. We have nutcrackers on request. We need a couple more if you have any laying about. If you get a bird excited by singing, dancing, please be extra careful with them later when you're giving them treats. We have some birds that get really excited, so they might actually snatch something from your hand. And then always be aware of what's going around you. That can affect the bird's behavior in a big way, especially if you're working with them and then someone comes up behind you with something they perceive as scary, then that can actually lead to you getting bit because the bird is telling you we need to get away from this scary thing. Social media note. Photography and video is strictly prohibited at the rescue unless you're part of the social media crew or you have been given permission by a board member. Photos and short clips do not tell the whole story of a situation, and we've had birds shown in bad light before. And then some birds are nervous or even afraid of phones and cameras. So we want to make sure that we're not pairing you with something scary because that can lead to some unpleasant interactions later on. So you're getting ready to head out. If you see something concerning about a bird, please come talk to me. I want to be very open with if we have anything going on to help that bird, or if there's something that I'm not aware of yet. Like I said, at any time, we have over 100 birds in the rescue. It can be a lot to keep up with. Hang up your apron unless it's dirty. You can put it right into the laundry. And then if your socialization led to a mess, please sweep up and then put your broom away so another volunteer or myself does not have to come behind you sweeping. And then take off your shoe covers, use your hand sanitizer, and head on out the door. So next we're going to cover some out-of-the-house volunteering. This is mainly committee-based volunteering. First off is event planning and fundraising committee. Most events have been put on hold due for COVID reasons. But what we do is we assist with getting donations for the rescue. We assist with setting up, running, and breaking down events. And this picture was actually taken at the governor's mansion. So we had to bring the tables, the everything you see on the tables, the birds, the tent, everything was from us. So that takes a lot of manpower to bring it all out, put it up, and then at the end of the day, take it down and bring it back to the rescue. And then also, please, you'll be assisting with education about what the rescue does. Oftentimes, people don't know that birds need rescuing, and we have to explain to them that they need rescuing just like dogs and cats do. Technology committee. This is a really fun one. So we have the maintenance and updates of the WordPress site, which also includes updating some forums, doing some testing, and then what I'm very excited about, a smartphone app. We are wanting to work on some apps for a couple different reasons. Something that people can look up easily, frequently asked questions about parrots, and then also that we can actually use in the rescue for intake. If we have a bird surrendered, I can open it and easily add in all the information. This project next has been put on hold right now during COVID. It is still a new project that we had not been able to launch yet. It is the Elderly Care Committee. We want to be able to go out into our community and assist our elderly that still have parrot companions. They might be able to change food and water, even handle the bird, love on them, but have a difficult time with changing their papers or keeping up with those deep cleanings that's needed monthly on bird cages. So we hope to be getting that off the ground again soon, where we can actually go in and assist our elderly in keeping their parrots in their homes for longer. Education committee. They work closely with the social media committee in developing educational material for public use. This covers everything from how to take care of a parrot, what goes into different kinds of parrots. We recently did an African Gray Week where we shared common myths about African grays, what it takes to own a gray, and just some fun facts about them. We also go out into the community to schools, elderly groups, and PetSmart, again, to educate people on what the rescue does and what it takes to own a parrot. Social media committee. I love this one. It's so much fun. This is Coco. Coco actually has several of her own social media pages. She is a great communicator. She educates so many people. People are just really drawn to her. So what we do is we create content for posting across our social media pages. We edit media, and then we work with our education team to educate followers on parrot ownership. So thank you so much for attending this class. You are now ready to take the quiz. You can take it as many times as you need it. You will need a 15 out of 15 to volunteer. And then after you have done that and I get the confirmation you've made a 15 out of 15, you can sign up on Calendly for a 3-hour shift. You do not have to fill the entire 3 hours, but they are your 3 hours. No other volunteers or potential adopters will be allowed in at that time. If you do not show up, that is a slot that could have gone to another person, and then you can volunteer twice a week. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope to be seeing you soon.